Welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today we are doing an album ranking which has been a long time coming. We've done a lot of black metal bands. We've done Burzum, we've done Bathory, we've done Drudk, like our wearing. We've done some Mare Cognitum, loads of other crazy shit, but we've not done Emperor, one of the classics of the genre, and we haven't done it. The main reason is that there's only 4 albums, some splits and EPs, but only 4 full-length albums, so I wasn't gonna do it, but you know what? Fuck it. We go for every band we can. And this is a band that I love. All 4 of these albums, fucking masterpieces. So it was really hard to rank them. And everyone has their favourite. And we're gonna find out what mine is. So before I get started with my list, it's only 4, so it should be a quick, concise video, but we'll see. We'll probably ramble. It'll be fun. But yeah, let me know down below what's your favourite Emperor album, what's your least favourite, and why. And I guess let's get started with my least favourite, which happens to be the 3rd one, Equilibrium. Yeah, Equilibrium is my last place, and it's still an amazing listen. This one is more on the chaotic kind of side of things, just like Anthems to the Welcome at Dusk, but I don't think it's quite as cohesive as Anthems to the Welcome at Dusk. It does have that chaotic atmosphere, and it is kind of on the same trajectory, not projectory. It's not like projecting something. Trajectory. It's on the same pathway, and you can see that they're gonna go more progressive, especially with the next album. This one, they include a lot more of the symphonic, bombastic kind of flair that was on Anthems, and just dial it up to fucking 11. And I love some of these goddamn songs. Elegy of Icarus especially, like, that one definitely sounds like what they were going to become on Prometheus. Not quite as refined as on Prometheus, as you can see that Prometheus isn't here yet, so, you know. But, you know, it's a good fucking start, and this song is amazing. The singing on this one, you might divide the fan base, his kind of operatic singing on it, but I love it. I think it's fucking fantastic. And it's showcased on this song, so great goddamn song. Curse You All Men, though, that fucking opening, Curse You All Men, is fucking insane. Goddamn insane. What a great way to start off the album. It just kicks you straight into the teeth, and you're like, holy shit. I love the more shorter, well, not shorter, but I love the more intense, aggressive songs on this album, like Curse You All Men, which is a masterpiece of a song. And Sworn is one of my favourites as well. That's kind of shorter, but just doesn't stop pummeling you into a fucking dust. Equilibrium, shitty album cover. Don't really like the album cover on this one. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Prometheus' album cover either, but this one's just a bit weird. All the faces on it just doesn't really gel with me. But that's the only negative I can say, is that the album cover's a bit shit. And then the sound of it isn't quite as refined as Prometheus, and it isn't quite as atmospheric as the first 2. So it's in this middle kind of ground, where it's still great, the songs still kick ass, and I'll still play it over and over again, but they have better albums. So for me, it's coming in last, but that does not mean do not listen to it, because it's a solid album, very underrated, very overlooked. Some people just listen to the first 2 albums and like, that's all I need. No. This album's fucking good, and you need to get off your little bum and listen to it. So yeah, Equilibrium. It's coming here. Prometheus is next. Prometheus, this is an amazing album. This is absolutely fucking fantastic. If you gave Prometheus to someone who didn't know Emperor, they would probably be like, this is a great prog album. But this is basically Emperor on some fucking Opeth trip. Some of these songs sound really much like Opeth. Like, they really do. Some of the passages on these songs. It's got the clean singing and the harsh singing. It's got so many more melodies in the songs, so many different passages. You can tell that they've upped the instrumentation game. Like, holy crap, the technicality has just improved tenfold. Doesn't quite have the gloomy, creepy atmosphere as the first 2, or as chaotic as the 3rd one, but it has something that they don't have. It stands out by itself by being so goddamn interesting and unique. All these songs just make you go, holy crap, I want to re-listen to that to get everything, because you can't just get it all on one listen. You need multiple listens, and you start to just love it. This is a fantastic album, and if this was any other band, this would be number 1. But it's Emperor. There's too many good albums. It's a very classical kind of sounding album as well, and the intro is just so goddamn awesome. Like on the Eruption, like you got the intense parts, you got the kind of quieter parts, you got the screaming, you got the mix. The dog starts barking when I say screaming. And then you have that middle section where it goes really goddamn creepy. With a kind of sounded like you're gonna fall into the depths of hell. And that's what this album delivers, and it's so goddamn majestic. And the song Empty, with the kind of waltzy classical section, it's like and it blasts in with the drums. That's one thing about Prometheus. The production is so much clearer, so much just better than all the other albums. Production is just tenfold better. Holy crap. So yeah, amazing production, amazing songs, more classical sounding, more progressive, just kind of shows what Ihsahn would basically go on to do, and this is a good stepping stone. So fantastic album by Emperor, really overlooked, and I'd put it on par with the other two. To be honest, I'd put it on par. I think Equilibrium is probably the weakest, but I still love it. But these three, I find it really hard to decide which is my favourite, but this is coming in at number 3, I'm afraid. So, here it comes. What's it gonna be? Number 2 is In the Nightside fucking Eclipse. Yep, In the Nightside Eclipse is my number 2. This is a classic in the genre. This is the one that everyone says, if you know black metal, you must love this album, you must have this album and cherish it and rub it everywhere. Just rub it everywhere. And that's what I did, and I still love it, and it's a 10 out of fucking 10. Why is it number 2? Because my number 1's better. That's literally the only reason. This, though, has some things that my number 1 doesn't have. This has a lot colder and darker atmosphere than my number 1. Like, you want to go out into the snow, into the mountains, this is the album for you. It's definitely the album for you. The production is just that classic second wave black metal sound. That kind of dark throny Transylvanian Hunger kind of sound. It's fantastic. It's the keyboards on it just give it that extra mood. The vocals are just by Ihsahn, it's just insane. The drumming's insane on this one as well by Faust. Yeah, it's a perfect album. You all know it, you all love it, and so do I. Into the Infinity of Thoughts, I'm the Black Wizards, Inuas Satana. It has some of the fucking classic black metal staples on this album, and for a reason, because they all goddamn slap. I mean, Into the Infinity of Thoughts, the 9-minute song to start off the album, holy crap, when it kicks in like the midpoint with the creepy while the fucking blast beats are going on, it's haunting. It sends shivers down your spine. And of course, I'm the Black Wizards with that melody, you know, it's iconic. And the Inuas Satana with the drums like come on, that didn't sound anything like it, Questy, but you know what I mean. That song is majestic, and this album is a 10 out of 10, and most people have this number 1. For me, it's number 2. I still love it, so that only means there's one number 1, and that is Anthems to the Welkin at Dusk. My favourite art, my favourite album. As soon as I heard this album, I was like, what the hell? This is In the Nightside Eclipse on steroids. It's more chaotic. It doesn't have the cold, dark atmosphere like classic black metal, but it's way more intense, kind of sounding more like a Marduk than an actual Emperor. It's more intense. It's more aggressive. I just like the melodies on it more. He sings. There's like a singing parts in it as well. It's fantastic. After the creepy intro, the trumpets and everything, which I was like, oh, this is going to be a bit weird, and it blasts in with the first song, which is Ye in Trance. I don't know how to say it, but it's a masterpiece, and it just instantly just blows your brains up. I mean, it's such a builder of a song. Like, it's such a builder of a song. It's got the intense parts, it's got the singing parts near the end, which I love, so melodic, and then it goes intense again at the end. It's just one of the best songs I've ever written. And then you go into Thus Spake the Night Spirit, which is one of the catchiest Emperor songs of all time. It's like, Night Spirit, Spirit, da 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 da, which I love that section. That always gets stuck in my head. It's probably my favourite Emperor song. I adore this song. This whole album feels like the anthem to hell. In the Nightside Eclipse was the anthem to being lost on a mountain, freezing to death in the cold darkness. Yeah? This album is what's playing to you as you're going to hell. The fucking trumpets, the madness swirling, the singing in the background, it feels like you're going insane, and because you've killed yourself and you're going to one of the worst layers of hell. And you're basically fucked. That's what this album's like. And I've seen it live. I've seen them play this whole album live, and it was just magical. Magical. One of the best concert experiences I've ever been to was hearing this live in full. Oh, it wasn't just in full. They also played some songs from the debut as well. This album's magical. Every song is fucking magical. With Strength I Burn, the 8-minute song. Great way to fucking close as well. Holy shit, this album's majestic. It's easily my favourite as soon as I heard it. Still my favourite. And I love all these albums, so that's tough to say. So, yeah, I could just talk over and over about this album. And in the Nightside Eclipse, like, I love them both so much. So, that has been my Emperor ranking. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down below what's your favourite Emperor song? What's your favourite Emperor album? Do you even like them? Let me know down below, and we'll see you again on another. Actually, before I end, let me know if you want to do more, album rankings like this, where it's only 4 albums, because I always put them off, but I decided, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Because we could do Windear. We could do Windear as well, which is one of the bands I've always put off, because it's 4 albums. But hey, if people like this video, then I'll do Windear as well. So let me know that down below as well. And now we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.